introductions here from Jeff Hobbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout of the evening is sponsored by the Gamma Youth Nationals. The Gamma Youth Nationals, November in Nashville, Tennessee. This next bout is in the bantamweight division, contested under the rules of juniors Muay Thai, and is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Your first fighter, fighting out of the Allure Properties blue corner. He weighed in at 136.2 pounds. He has a record of 1 win with no losses. He represents Hobbs Jackson Week out of Concord, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Austin Fritz. And his opponent, fighting out of the Knoxville Mortgage Brokers red corner. He weighed in at 136 pounds. He has a record of 1 win with 1 loss. He's representing Phoenix MMA out of Hermitage, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Terminator X, Xzavier Cox.
I like the name.
It is a little intimidating.
I like
Austin
Yeah.
Fritz is fighting the Terminator.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, this will be our second bout of the night, on a night when we will crown 2 new Aries amateur champions, cruiserweight and featherweight. This is our first juniors Muay Thai bout of the night.
Always love watching the juniors fight. You know, I got an early start in martial arts, and I had a few kickboxing matches myself at a young age, and it's super good experience.
Oh, yeah. A couple of nice leg kicks traded, and again.
Yeah, a lot of these juniors Muay Thai is when you would expect kids to be, I shouldn't say kids, youth to be kind of nervous, but more times than not they come out with fire like these guys are.
Nice left hand there from Fritz. Oh, nice combination from Xzavier.
And Xzavier taking him to the head.
You could just tell the evolution of the sport just by watching these kids kickbox. I mean,
100%.
these two guys right here are super technical for their age.
Yes.
Like,
Both having less than 3 fights under their belt. I think they're both 1-0 and 1-1. So I agree with that.
Pretty similar dimensions here too. No one has a really pronounced reach advantage, so to make contact on your opponent, you have to step into the fire yourself. I really like it.
I'm really liking the kicks from Austin.
and with Austin being a southpaw fighter, it's going to the inside of that leg every time. Hard.
They're doing a great job of matching each other's volume.
Yep.
Another good inside leg kick.
Great.
Those are going to start adding up after a while.
I agree.
Even with the shin guard, you're definitely going to take some wear and tear.
Austin is fast tonight.
Nice body shot there from Xzavier Cox.
I like Austin's lead jab on that.
Xzavier is getting in the pocket, and he's actually landing some shots, but it just seems like the more powerful shots is being landed by Fritz.
Agreed.
I mean, you could tell that Fritz is landing the shots, whereas Xzavier, it's just kind of tapping.
A moment ago, Xzavier had a really nice slip and got on the offense, and maybe using some more movement here to kind of offset the power of Fritz coming back at him is what he's going to need.
Fritz taking it to the end of this round. Yep.
Nice job,
That was a good
Wow,
round.
that was a very, very, very high volume round.
That was great.
Fritz just had a lot of volume, and when he was landing, you could, as we look back at some of these replays, look right here, you could tell every time that he's landing, you could tell it's landing.
Yes.
And in these kickboxing matches, that's what the judges look at. They look at the
impact.
The impact of the strikes.
Yep. That was a great first round, though.
Yeah,
Wow.
these two fighters definitely grabbed everybody's attention in the room.
Yep.
Scheduled for 2 more rounds in this bout. Corners are kind of talking to their fighters, trying to make some adjustments. It seems like you gentlemen were a little bit more impressed by the Austin Fritz action. Now that being said, I think Xzavier Cox with a couple tweaks here can definitely find success in this fight.
He is definitely still 100% in this fight.
Absolutely.
I mean, he could win this fight if he can stay composed and maybe not take as many shots as he did that first round.
Hit and not get hit.
He looks real calm, too. Xzavier looks surprisingly calm coming to the second round.
All right, round 2 underway. We start out just as quickly as we finish the first.
See, look, he's landing. He's landing some shots here.
Yep. Great T2.
All right.
There's that inside leg kick again from Fritz.
Strong. And Austin's doing a great job on catching his balance on that too, where he doesn't give him any time to check that.
Another one. These are starting to add up. If Xzavier needs to check these, even if he's kind of guessing when he's going to throw it, to pick that leg up just a little bit.
I'll tell you what, Xzavier he hurt him right there with that knee to the body.
Yeah,
that was a left to the chin, another knee.
He's cranking it up and putting him against the cage.
Yeah, I think Fritz might be hurt a little bit. That last knee to the body definitely stung.
Yep.
It seems like Xzavier, he's coming forward, but Fritz is tough. He's a tough kid. He's still in the fight.
Left and then a right from Xzavier. Fritz is backed up right now.
Yeah, Xzavier is really
I'm
turning
telling
this
you,
fight.
I think he's hurt from that knee earlier moments ago.
I think there was a teep early on that set that into.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if a couple of targeted body blows could end this fight.
Yep.
And how you know that Fritz is kind of hurting right here is before his back would have never been on the fence.
Yeah.
He would be moving forward.
He's kind of balling up a little bit too.
He got frozen off of a knee to the body, but he is fighting off the cage now, but Cox is right in his face.
Xavier's coach is telling him to go, you know, try to get the standing 8 count right here.
Yeah, that would be key. I really think a couple more of those well-placed body shots. You know, it's fun to headhunt, but you take a house down by removing the foundation.
Ooh, another good knee.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see Fritz prioritizing block. Oh, nice question mark kick. Fritz is prioritizing that body defense now when the knees and
and he's trying to really keep him at distance too.
Another good round.
Wow.
See, just like I told you guys.
Yeah.
I think Xzavier came back and won that round.
Yeah, well, first round maybe went to the blue corner. Second round was all, I felt like we were close to a stoppage. Let's take a this replay.
Good little shots right there.
Yeah,
See, he's piecing him up.
Right there, right there.
Yes, right there. You've seen it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
He even kind of looked to the ref there for a second.
I actually thought that he was kind of motioning that he wanted some sort of stoppage.
I kind of saw two things there, that Xzavier started to find the calls and the timing to that inside kick.
Yeah.
Started to pay more attention to that and was just a lot more aggressive.
Robbie, for people who have maybe never stepped in or trained, what does a knee to the solar plexus like that do?
Oh man, it makes you second guess if you want to keep fighting or not.
Right.
You know, it'll take the wind out of you and it slows you down and it works that cardio.
Well, fair play to Austin Fritz. It looks like he's taking a minute here on the stool, gathered himself. We're going to have a banger of a round 3. Cage door is closed. Round 3 underway.
In this situation, it comes down to who wants it more. I think it's 1 round to 1. So who's going to want to take this fight home? Another good knee.
That's a great weapon for
Xzavier is
Cox.
going with what he knew worked for him, and that's
think,
another one. And I think the fight's about to get called as Xzavier is hammering the face of Austin. Man, he is putting it to him.
And it was the same tool. The same tool, that knee to the body from the clinch, and he's looking for it again.
Yes.
Yes, the speed and athleticism from Xzavier is showing in these later rounds. I mean,
he's doing great on missing shots, too. He's not taking nearly as many in the beginning of this round that he did on 1 and 2.
And as Fritz's body, you know, is a little tender right here, it is going to open up shots to that helmet, too.
Yeah, he's really trying to guard. He does not want another one of those knees to land. To his credit, he is firing head kicks back, punch combos back. And actually, it looks like fatigue might be setting in for both, but Fritz bobbled again. Ooh.
See, right there, it's opening up to the helmet.
Yep. I think if Xzavier now can just turn on the quantity, he's going to catch him. But Austin still got some good fighting.
Wow, he really powered up into that right hand.
Yeah.
You could tell that Fritz is really not wanting to give up, but you could tell that he's hurting right there.
Cox has got to prioritize the body, and this might end the fight. Fritz, though, showing great heart battling back. He is a true warrior.
Oh, good counter.
Yeah.
And Cox is taking over this third.
On that.
Every time that Fritz comes in and just kind of lays on Xzavier, it's opening up those knees.
Yep.
But that's where he's getting his minute to try and get his rest back. It's a double-edged sword. Hey, nice left hand there from Fritz.
And Xzavier is doing good at just changing the angle a little bit and catching him. And I think Austin's just kind of trying to make a statement of going straight forward, and it's just not working for him in the third round.
The final moments of round 3.
Excellent work, gentlemen.
Wow.
I could watch another 5 rounds of that.
Oh, I could too.
Run it again.
No, well,
run it again.
For their sake, you know, they've got a long fight career ahead of them, but that was very entertaining here in our second bout of the night.
This is why I love combat sports, is because if you would have asked me who I thought would have won this fight after round 1, I would have told you Fritz every single time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Xzavier, he weathered the storm. He came out. His corner must have gave him some really good advice in the corner, because he came out and looked like a completely different fighter in the second and third round.
I agree.
The best weapon of the fight, I feel like, was Xzavier Cox's knee to the body from the clinch. Did the most damage. It was very, volume-wise, I feel like it was pretty close just in the general boxing, kickboxing arena. But the damage done from those knees and the ability to move and avoid shots, I feel like is going to edge towards Xzavier Cox. But one thing we've learned in this sport, when it goes to the judges, it goes to the judges, and it's out of our hands. We don't decide it, so we're going to get the word from the scorecards here in just a moment. But props to both of these warriors.
They're young, and like I said, these young guys right here, the level that they've showed right here is crazy.
Yeah, Austin Fritz is 16, Xzavier Cox is 17,
Wow.
but they are both warriors, no doubt. And now we will find out who won this bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout went to a judge's scorecard. Your judges saw this bout 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28. All three for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Terminator X, Xzavier Cox.